Have you ever felt stuck, no matter how hard you try? Eli sat alone in his small hut, his head heavy with worry and uncertainty. He hugged his knees tightly, staring at the cracks in the ceiling, wondering why life seemed so difficult for him. The lamp flickered softly, shadows dancing on the walls, and Eli felt the weight of loneliness pressing down. Every attempt at doing something meaningful had failed, and despair filled his heart as he questioned his worth. Morning light slowly crept into the hut, but Eli still felt trapped, lost in a world that moved forward without him. Outside, the village was alive. Farmers rose before sunrise, plowing fields with steady hands while Eli watched silently. Bakers kneaded dough with rhythm. Blacksmiths hammered glowing iron, and everyone seemed to know their place. Eli admired their focus and discipline, but felt unsure how he could ever belong among them. He wandered on the edges, observing quietly, feeling both admiration and envy for the lives they led. In the midst of their motion and purpose, Eli realized he had yet to find his own path in the world. Eli tried many jobs, but each one seemed impossible. His hands trembled, his mind filled with doubt. At the bakery, he struggled to wake up for early hours, and the dough slipped clumsily through his fingers. Carpentry was no easier. Hammers slipped, nails bent, and Eli's frustration grew with each failed attempt. Villagers whispered behind his back, and Eli felt the sting of their judgment deep in his heart. Every failure seemed to confirm his fears, and for the first time, he questioned whether he could ever succeed. At night, Eli would sit on the floor, silent tears rolling down his cheeks, the lamp flickering softly beside him. The shadows stretched across the walls, mirroring the heaviness in his heart as he felt small and broken. He stared at the cracks in the ceiling, whispering to himself, asking why life seemed so unfair to him. Sometimes he leaned out of the window, looking at the moonlit hills, wishing for a sign, a spark of hope. His hut was quiet, but his mind was a storm of fear, regret, and longing for a better life he could not reach. One quiet morning, Eli whispered to himself, "I am not ready yet, but I must change." A small spark of determination stirred in him. His eyes, once filled with doubt, now held a glimmer of hope as he realized change required courage and effort. He stood tall, letting the morning sunlight warm his face, imagining a life where he could finally succeed. He packed a small bag, preparing to face the challenges ahead, ready to take responsibility for his own journey. Stepping outside his hut, Eli felt the first weight lifted, replaced by a quiet resolve to move forward. By the riverbank, Eli met Master Rowan, the wise old man known for guiding those who were lost. Rowan sat calmly, mist rising from the water as the sunrise painted golden light across the hills. With a gentle voice, Rowan told Eli that life was not about luck, but about mastering oneself and persistent effort. Eli listened intently, absorbing every word, realizing for the first time that change was possible if he committed. The river flowed quietly as the two sat together, a moment of clarity washing over Eli's troubled heart. Eli chose to learn rope making, an essential skill in the village, hoping to start small and build from there. His hands trembled as he twisted rough fibers, struggling to keep them together yet refusing to give up. The rope snapped repeatedly and sweat ran down his face and his fingers ached, but he continued to practice. Morning light shone on his back as he knelt by the river, determined to master this new skill. Every mistake was a lesson, And though frustration was constant, Eli's resolve grew stronger with each attempt. His hands bled slightly, the fibers cutting his skin, yet he persisted, understanding that growth comes with struggle. Close up on his determined face, every bead of sweat and dirt marking his journey toward improvement. He knelt on the floor, ropes scattered around him, silently promising himself he would not give up this time. Villagers glanced from a distance, starting to notice the quiet determination in his actions. Eli took a deep breath, steadying himself for another attempt, embracing the pain as part of learning. Day by day, his ropes became stronger, neater, and more reliable, each knot a victory over his former self. Close-up of his hands tying a perfect knot, showing the result of persistence and effort. Villagers watched silently, beginning to respect his dedication and steady improvement. Eli smiled softly, a mixture of pride and relief filling his heart for the first time. From above, his focus and commitment were clear, ropes arranged neatly, symbolizing progress and growth. Finally, Eli tied a perfect knot, confident and focused, feeling the weight of failure lift from his shoulders. Triumph sparkled in his eyes as a subtle smile formed, proof of his resilience and newfound strength. He stood tall outside his hut, the sunrise casting warm light across the hills, signaling a new beginning. The villagers looked on with admiration, seeing not the boy who failed, but the young man who persevered. Eli walked toward the horizon, ready to face the future he had worked so hard to earn, a journey of hope and determination.
If you liked the story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such inspiring stories. Thank you for staying with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new learnings. Until then, stay well and stay peaceful.